Students, when we do conversions between fraction and decimal and percent, it's the same for percents that are greater than 100 and percents that are less than 1. All the procedures are done the same way, so if you need to refer back to the rules for converting between fractions, decimals, percents, do so. Otherwise, let's simply continue with topic 6.3 today. And the easiest thing I find really is to change first here to a decimal. And I'll show you why. You either divide by 100 or you move the decimal to the left 2 places. And if I move the decimal to the left 2 places, look at what we get. Instead of 137, you go to the left 2 and you get 1.37. Now, the good thing about doing this first is since I'm going to have a mixed number, the number in front of the decimal is your whole number, and that is 1. And then 37 goes over top of, 7 is in the hundredths place, so it goes over top 100. Now, if you needed to, you would simplify from here with the fraction, but in this case, this one's already simplified. So let's continue with the next one. On the next one, you have 115%. You move the decimal to the left 2 places, and you end up with 1.15. 1.15. Now in this case, that means the 1 is your whole number. That means that the 15 goes over top of 100. So 1 and 15 over 100. Now in this case, there is a number that will simplify 15 over 100, and that is 5 goes into both. So I'm going to rewrite this problem equals 1. 15 divide 5 is 3, and 100 divide 5 is 20. So your final answer is 1 3/20. Now let's look at the next one, okay? If we were to convert this first to a decimal. Now, 3/4% is the same as 0.75%. And you move the decimal to the left 2. So 0.75 and decimal to the left 2 would look like this. 0.0075. Because 3/4% is the same as 0.75%. And that changes to this. Now, if we were to change this to a fraction, 0 is in the tenths place, 0 is in the hundredths, 7 is in the thousandths, and 5 is in the 10,000ths. So I would rewrite this problem, and I would put 75 on top. See? 75 on top. And on the bottom, 10,000. Now this does simplify, okay? Because there is a number that goes into both of these, all right? Let's look at 75 divide 25 will give me 3. And then 10,000 divide 25 would give me 400. And if you wanted to use your calculator and just simplify, I mean you can, but it's an important skill to have to know to simplify without that. Now, similar here, look at 0.4%. We would move the decimal to the left 2, or you could divide by 100, and we're going to change this to 0.004. Okay. Now 4 is in the thousandths place, so I would rewrite this with 4 on top and 1,000 on the bottom. Alright, now 4 goes into itself 1 time. 4 goes into 1,000. 250 times. So your answer is 1 over 250. Alright, let's look at the next one. 450%. Okay? In this particular case, if I move the decimal to the left 2, I get 4.5. 0.5. And then as a fraction, 4 is your whole number. And 5 goes over 10 because 5 is in the 10ths place. And that simplifies. And that simplifies to 4 1/2. Let's move on to 101%. Moving the decimal to the left 2 gives me 1.01. 1.01. And then 1 is your whole number. And then the second one here is in the hundredths place. So it's 1 and 1 over 100. No simplification, it's done. Now, 9/25ths of a percent, okay? That would be, before we ever do anything else, 9/25ths of a percent is the same as 0.36% if I do 9 divide 25. So you do 9 divide 25 equals 0.36%, okay? And then what I would do here is I'd move the decimal to the left 2, and I got, here's my 0.0036, okay? And then to change that to a fraction, that would be 36 on top. 36 on top. Okay? And on the bottom, 6 is in the, you have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths place. So that's over 10,000. Okay? This will simplify. I'm going to show you how you could do it on your calculator if you choose. You can type in 36 over 10,000, arrow to the right, enter, look at that. Second fraction to decimal is right here, puts it back like that. Now what we do is we simplify. So there's a SIMP button right here. I'll hit enter. Oops, let's try that again. Clear. Enter. I'm not sure what it's doing. Hold on. I'll clear it. 0.0036. Simplify. Oh, what's it doing there? Alright, well I can do this. So 36 can be split in half, and that would be 18. Split in half here would be 5,000. You can split it in half again and get 9 over 2,500. And that's as far as it'll simplify, okay? I'm not sure why it was doing that with the calculator. I was probably typing something in wrong. Got a band-aid right there, don't I? Messes up with it sometimes. Let's move on. So this would change to decimal to the left 2, and you'd end up with 0.0022. And this is the same as 22 over 10,000. That simplifies to 11 over 5,000. You take half of each. And that's as far as that one will go. Now the next one, if you move the decimal to the left 2, we have 810%, which becomes 8.1 as a decimal, or as a whole number 8 and 1 over the place value of 10. So it's 8 1/10. Look at the next one. You have 3/10 of a percent. 3/10 of a percent is the same as 0.3%. Move the decimal to the left 2, and you have 0.003. And that's the same as 3 over 1,000. So we would write 3 on top, and 3 is in the thousandths place, so you put 1,000 on the bottom, and that doesn't simplify anymore. Okay? Just 2 left. So 0.25% is the same as 0.0025, okay? Which, if I rewrite this, then that's 25 on the top. Right? Make it 25 over 1,000 or 10,000 on the bottom. Now I'll go ahead and tell you 25, it goes into itself once. So I'm going to put 1 on top because 25 divided 25 is 1. And 10,000 divide 25 is 400. So that's 1 over 400. Next one is 0.35%. If I change that to a decimal first, I move the decimal to the left 2, and it's 0.0035. We're going to do the similar thing to what we did before. That gives me 35 over 10,000. 35 over 10,000. Now, I do know 5 goes into 35 7 times, okay? And 5 goes into 10,000 2,000 times. And that simplifies as far as it'll go. And that's it.